Hi everyone, I'm Ava and welcome back to one of my tutorials and another video. In today's video, I'm going to take you through some essential tools and materials that you need to use for your hyper-realistic or realistic drawing styles. There are not a lot of materials because during the past few years, I had like thousands students around, now it's around 12,000 to 13,000 students. I'm really happy that each one of them, they are happy with the style, with the materials that I've introduced them. So I wanted to introduce those tools and materials to more of you that you're watching this video online. I'm going to start with paper. Paper is quite important when it comes to drawing. So why I say it's important, however, you should not really limit yourself when it comes to buy this kind of tools and materials. When the situation is better, when you're going to an local art shop, you can easily touch the materials, and then with a little experience, you can feel and realize which one is the right one for you to buy. However, since we are in this situation that we are buying everything online, so I'm going to tell you the ones that I have been using for years. They are not advertised. I've been using it for the past couple of years, especially the pencils and the charcoal pencils that I'm going to introduce you in a bit. So I'm going to start with the paper. It's been 1 year or 1.5 years that I'm using this one. It's Strathmore Bristol, this one. Careful of the picture that it has because we have this one and we have this one. If you are following my videos, we are doing a lot of portrait drawing. And I follow and I teach you realistic style. So it's better to go with the smooth surface. It's gonna help you with your drawing to achieve a better quality portrait style. So as I mentioned, it's 270 GSM. When it comes to paper and the thickness of each paper, I advise you to go with between 200, 250 and 300. Especially between 250 and 300 GSM is a good one. So one of the papers I'm using is especially for filming and recording tutorials for you guys. I prefer this one. It's A4, it's very smooth, good quality, and they are ready-made. So one of the choices, they're all in the description, all the names, and maybe you have to find the links yourself because in each country the online shops there have different versions of them, but you can see it on the video which one I'm using. So the other one that I told you not to go with is called vellum surface. When you look at it, it doesn't show that it has much texture, but when you start drawing on it, which I'm going to show it to you, and you will see how each one of them actually feels like on the paper in a bit. You can see it all in this video, so follow along and watch the whole video if you want to learn all about the tools and the right materials you need to use for charcoal drawing, realistic drawing. Another one that I really like to use, it's been years, and I design all my installations with this. I'm not joking. It's just once I designed between 20 to 30 light installations. You can see them on my Instagram, that you can see below, that they're all there. You can go to my Instagram and see the ones that I have designed, and they're public display. So I bought them in London. So if you can find the same one in your country, or it's called heavyweight cartridge paper. They're acid-free, guys, and this is A-free materials. You can see like it's quite good quality, and one of the it's better. So if I have to tell you between which of them, go with this one for now. However, if you go with this one, if you are living in the UK, or if you can buy this in another country with international shipping, I tell you to go with this one as well. So you can find all the names in the description below. And if you have any questions regarding any of the papers that you're using, you can send me their names. You can send me the link in the comment section. I can guide you better. So just don't be afraid of commenting. Don't just message me anytime you want. There is one more paper that I use. It's called Fabriano. Fabriano is the one that I used to use years ago, around 10 years ago. I still have some. I'm going to show it to you. This one, I don't suggest you to buy. It's a big one. So the most important one that I'm going to show it to you, it's the charcoal pencil. Sometimes I do live session for some of my students. They can come online and either Instagram or Facebook and ask me questions, and a lot of the questions, and also from my students on my website, because we have this art community, they are all registered there. They're all have signed up, so they can comment. We are it's like a very cute online platform. We are all there together, like hanging out, asking questions. I can help them through. So check out my website, join the art community. You can be there. We have a lot of art challenges. We have a lot of different good things coming up in the art community. So check it out. And it's free. So just join and have fun. And it's like an online platform that we gather and hang out as an art group. This one is quite small because I've been using it. I'm trying to find the one that is a little longer. All right, charcoal pencil. This one, as you can see on the screen, it's Conte Paris, Pierre Noire, either 2B or 3B. You can buy the silver one. When I say silver, it's been written in silver, and this one is in gold. The difference between the gold and the silver one, the gold one has more oil in it. So when you draw, you feel a little oiliness coming out of the lines. But this one, it's silver. You can see on the screen, I have attached the names and written the names in the description as well, so you can find it there. Conte Paris. If you want to buy another charcoal pencil, please do so, but I've been using it for more than 10 years. If the papers that I introduced you, I've used them for 1 to 2 years. This one is more than 10 years I'm using them. So it's just, I'm not, I have to say, I'm not advertising it. It's just from experience, I know it's a good quality. So when I use brush on it, it blends amazing. It gives you the blackness you need because it's not that tough, and it remains when you start shading it, as you can see on the screen. I'm gonna show all a combination of using all the materials that I'm doing right now to use, so you can see how it looks like on this screen right now. If I use brush on these ones, they're really good when it comes to blending and shading, so it doesn't stay as a line. However, this is not enough. This is, you need to actually work with this one. It's quite important, guys, the brush. Either this one or a Stump. So these 3 magical, you don't have to buy 2 of them. You can decide which one to go. So this one maybe £1 or £2. This one, the whole pack that maybe has 10 of the stumps, stump blending in it, it's £1 to £4. Depends on how many stumps in it. So you can see with these 2, you can start like drawing. As you can see on the screen, this is only with these 2 materials that I did. I didn't use anything else. So don't limit yourself when it comes to materials tools. Don't say, I don't have this, I don't have that, I cannot start drawing. I only want to get 1 pencil. At least get some of these and start a better quality drawing. I really suggest you, if you want to get better in drawing and if you're passionate about it and you're serious about even as a hobby and you want to be proud of what you're drawing, get a little better quality materials. If it's like between £1 to £5 or dollars, get the ones that you feel is a little better quality. When it comes to brush, I use hog brush. The hog brush, it's much more, much tougher, I have to say. As you can see on the screen, I'm gonna put the names in the description below. However, this one, I suggest you to go with one of these. This is called Pro Art Series A Hog highest quality short flat. Don't get the long flat, because long flat bristles is this much. It's so much longer than this. It's quite hard to maintain, and also to how can I say the word? To control it. Found the word. So it's harder to control it. However, when it comes to short flat bristles, I suggest those. You can go with the ones that are much softer. It depends on your style. You can get the ones that is a little softer, but don't go with the ones that is for watercolor. Don't go with the ones that is actually just for oil painting, that they're so soft. Especially the watercolor ones. Watercolor brush, they're very soft brushes, so they're not suitable for blending and shading. It's not gonna give you, they don't have energy. They're not strong enough to give you that quality, to give you that result you want to. So if you want to follow the videos that I'm doing, follow the tutorials that I'm doing, and either here, my website, or Instagram, I'm always on, or Facebook, on all these platforms. Funny. So these are the materials that I use, and they're quite important. Now, I introduce you to the main tools and materials. So we do have some luxury ones, I have to say. One of the luxury ones that I will have to introduce you, one thing I forgot. Pencil. When you want to get pencil and to do the outlines, go with Faber-Castell ones. Either I'll show it to you how it looks like. This is the one, description below, I put it. And go with the B collection. When I say B collection, what I mean, don't go with the H, like 2H, 3H. They're very hard and they're very light. So go with HB, 2B, 4B, 6B, and 8B. From light to dark. Any of them you buy, you don't have to buy all of them. Either you get the package, which I'm gonna put the links for the package, or you're gonna go with single one of them. You're gonna say, I only need 2. If you're gonna go with 2, get either HB, 2B, and 8B. So they're different range, because it's going to be very light and it's going to be much darker. Don't say I only need just one pencil. That's not how you start drawing. At least get between 1 to 3 of them. It's good for you guys. The other one you can get is, I will put the links in the description, Strathmore. They're very, I don't know why I bought this one. But I started using them and I liked it. It's Marsh Jumbo. For instance, this one is 8B. It's very dark. For this Jumbo, the Marsh straddle that I use, you can see on the screen the iris of this eye. I use it for this specific drawing. So, all right, these are the main ones. So I told you I have some materials that they are luxury. When it comes to give shading and get some pigments, you don't have to have all of the materials that I'm gonna tell you right now. You can only use 3 of them. So when I say 3 of them, it means you can have either the Conte pencil. You're gonna start drawing it on a piece of paper, as you can see on the screen. Then from this paper, you're gonna actually get the pigments on your brush, on your stump blending, and then use it on your subject model that you have in mind, or you have in front of you on a picture, on a photo. You can start like drawing it from that. So this is one of the, when you buy one of these with £1, $1, $2, you can even have the pigments, the darkness, the shading, the powder from only this. So it's a magic one. Get one of these, please. The other one that you can see on the screen, it's actually ready-made powder. Charcoal powder or graphite powder, they are different, because if you're using graphite powder, this question has been asked a lot. That's why I'm gonna a little explain it. Graphite powder, if you want to use it, you're doing only drawing with pencil, not charcoal or charcoal pencil, Conte pencil, or the ones that has charcoal powder. Put that aside. You're gonna get graphite powder, and use it with only pencils. So you're not mixing it with charcoal. They don't go with each other because this is very shiny, and charcoal effect is non-shiny ones. As you can see on the screen, I'm going to show it to you. So this one, the second option that you could go with. First one was the Conte, second one was the ready-made powder, and the third one. First one, I'm going to show it to you. You're going to get one of this, only this. It's quite cheap, guys. It's $1. I think it's less than that, some of them. It's hard compressed. Don't get the medium or the soft one. Charcoal stick. Charcoal sticks, they need to be very dark, and the ones that I'm gonna introduce you, you can only get one of these. You don't have to go with any other brand or with any other things, because I have this some of the students that say, why your drawings becomes really dark? How can you get this much dark effect? It's because I'm using the right materials, guys. It's not magic, it's not talent. When I tell you the techniques, which I usually tell you all the techniques that I have, it's just no secret. And with the right tools, you can achieve the same thing. Follow the instructions, follow the techniques, get the right tools and materials, and there you go. You have it there. You're gonna start and creating something very nice after that. However, always practice. I teach you the techniques, I teach you what materials to use, but if you don't put it in use and you don't actually practice them every week, you're not gonna achieve the result you want. So now we decided with the 3 different ways to get the darkness, to get the pigments on your paper, and you learn all of them. You can choose between one of them and get them. You can choose all 3 of them if you want to go with all 3 of them. Please do so. But you can only get one of them. The other materials that I have to introduce you, and I think they are quite essential. It will be 2 of it. I'm gonna find the other one. There will be these 2. One of them is Faber-Castell pencil eraser, and the other one is Mono Zero elastomer eraser. Round. Don't get these square ones or other shapes. The round one they're very thin. So you can actually create the highlight. As you can see on this screen, the hair that I did it with this elastomer eraser. So this hair that you can see how I did it, it's not magically very soft or very smooth, the highlights. This hair drawing, I use Conte pencil, I use one brush, and I use this. That's the only 3 materials I use for this drawing. Nothing else. So that's it, guys. I'm not just telling you, I'm actually showing it to you that you only need 3 materials to do it. If I'm using any other tools and materials, well, it's gonna get a little better. However, with this effect that I'm showing it to you, you only need these 3. The other one that you can see on the screen, and I'm gonna show it to you how and when you're gonna use this, is for texture. You create textures with this. So a combination of Stump, pencil eraser, and Conte pencil, and also a little brush again on it, you create a very hyper-realistic and realistic skin texture, or wood, or on a tree, leaves. Anything you want, you can create it with this, because it doesn't have the lightness. This is much more lighter than you're using, but this is less light. So when you want to have more realistic effect, which is less light, but it gives you the whiteness you want, you do it. However, the magic highlight, the ones that you need to create the very white highlight, is your paper. So as you can see on this one, I'm going to show it to you. The highlight on this iris and on the pupil, I didn't touch the paper. I let the whiteness of the paper to stay. So use whatever you have. You don't have to have actually pencil eraser to create a highlight. You don't have to, don't go in it. Just keep it as clean and as white as possible. So another luxury, it's not really luxury, guys, though. It's my very old cutter. It's already gone, it's not sharp anymore, and I suggest you, if you're like a little young, or you have young ones around you, or you're afraid of sharp things, get one of these that are really not professional ones. and they're not really used for crazy stuff. I used this with the elastomer eraser, so it's quite important to get the top ones out. So I'm gonna show it to you. I just go in it and I do it like this, easily. And then you easily create highlights, as you can see again on the screen on this hair. The other one I was about to show you, when you have Conte pencil, there are some of you have time and you know how to use cutter to make your Conte pencil sharp, but not all of us know how to do that. So thanks God, thankfully, Conte Paris has a sharpener that is actually just for Conte pencil. Let's move on to another. When you buy your stump, the stump that I was showing you, either this one or this one, I'm gonna show it to you on the screen how to use it. It's sandpaper, sand block. How to use it? It's this one. I'm just afraid because I've been using it. Okay. This one. So you go on it. It's quite important. I'm gonna show it to you on the screen how I did. But when you wanna get the darkness out from your stump, because some of you wants to use the stump for color pencil. So how we do this one, and you don't want to have the dark pigments on it again. You easily go on the sand block, as you can see on the screen, and get rid of it. However, you need to keep using your hand pressure and circle this around when you're doing it. Very easily, circle around. Very useful. When you're buying online, you can buy the whole package together. Like, as I mentioned to you, between $2 to $5. You can buy the whole thing together. And it comes, some of them comes with kneaded eraser. So the next one that I wanted to introduce you is kneaded eraser. This one is good for create textures as well. I'm gonna show it to you on the screen also. However, it's good to get the outlines out, because when you draw and when you have really bold outlines, you need to get rid of the initial outlines on your drawing, on your model, on your subject, and then don't leave the outlines there very bold, please. It's one of the tips. Oh, I have ebook. I have free ebooks that I have written it for months, and they're free for you to download and read them. And one of them is 10 mistakes to avoid in realistic drawings. And I'm not gonna tell you, actually, if you wanna read it, go on my website, download it and read it. If you have any questions regarding any of them, let me know. I really enjoyed making this tutorial for you guys, because it gives me a lot of happiness when I'm, whatever I'm using, you guys could use it as well, and both of us, all of us together, we can go through the tutorials and at the same time practice. When it comes to my videos and different techniques that I'm using, it would be really beneficial for all of us if we are doing it at the same time. By the way, your hands might get a little dark. I love it when my hands gets dark when I'm using charcoals. You have to have that feeling to, don't say, oh, I don't want to draw with this one, I don't want to draw with charcoal because my hand's gonna get dirty. It's not dirty. You're an artist, even as a hobby or as an art student, as an art hobbyist. You need to get used to these things and enjoy it. Also, drawing should be enjoyable, should not be, I say that in my art community, that art is a source of happiness, is a source of getting away from reality, having a blank paper in front of you. I told you what kind of blank paper to get, so get the right one. Get the blank paper in front of you and then draw with whatever you want. And I hope my tutorials, my social medias that I'm doing all these arts, such as YouTube or Patreon or Instagram, or even my website that I have a lot of courses that teaches you comprehensive courses, honestly. I put everything in there. Each of them is 30 hours that gives you, like, from the beginning, very beginning to advanced level, how to do all these styles. So if you want, check it out as well. and check the art community as well. If you want to get the ebooks, they're all free. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, this video with the art materials. I will have other tutorials that is going to be different mediums. It's going to be watercolor mediums, color pencil, which is my other mediums. Or you can see I do oil painting or color pencil, as you can see there. I have a lot outside as well, it's just I cannot bring it in. So again, look forward to the other tutorials, and I hope to see you soon on YouTube and the other tutorials, other videos. Take care of your health, kisses, and see you soon. Bye bye.